In the era of the Wii U and the 3DS, Nintendo was trying to push the Mii's to even further heights compared to the Wii. One of these attempts ended up being a little game called Tomodachi Life, where you keep a bunch of Mii's in an apartment and do some shenanigans, watching their lives, feeding them, and other stuff like that. While the game sounds uninteresting, Nintendo, being Nintendo, decided to put their own twist on it, creating one of the best games on the 3DS. And since I hear recent interest in the game again, I thought this could be my time to shine and talk about the game as well. One of the best things about the game, right out of the box, is the island itself. There's a cafe where your Mii's can just hang out, the news tower for the news, and the concert stage thing where you can write your own songs and watch your Mii's sing them. While all these additions are beyond unnecessary, I would be lying if I said that I didn't spend hours watching the Mii news or write my very mature and impactful songs in the concert hall. Even though these additions aren't necessary at all, Nintendo still added them because they cared. That was the thing that truly made them so special around the era of the 3DS and Wii U. And this game truly showed that ideology the company had at the time. Back to talking about the island, we have some stores where you can buy wallpapers, clothes, and items for your Mii's to use. But the most important thing about the game lies in the middle of the island, the apartment. There are roughly 100 rooms in the apartment, meaning that you can make a lot of Mii's, not to mention the decor you can give them for each room to make them a little different from one another, leaving some room for customization. Speaking of customization, the stuff you can do with the Mii's is way more freeing than the Mii Maker on the actual system. You can dye their hair, change their age, and much more with items that you can get from playing minigames with your Mii. The minigames have a lot of variety and are actually really fun. Plus, the more time you spend with them and feed them food they actually like, they can level up and give you even more cool rewards that you can sell to buy money, which in turn helps you buy more stuff for your Mii's, like clothes. And if your Mii is based off of an actual character, there's bound to be some clothes at the store that are identical to their actual clothing. It's almost like the real Peter Griffin is in your apartment, along with Hamburger and Barack Obama. There are many events that can happen on the island at different times. One day, there's a barbecue at the park. The next day, Steve Harvey's selling hot dogs at the fountain. You never know what you get. But the best event is when someone gets married. Especially when your Mii's are actual characters, creating some hilarious couples. Speaking of hilarious situations, this game's humor is so ridiculous you can't hate it. At times, this game feels like a giant meme. Many Mii's reactions can be so over the top and flat out weird, it's actually kind of incredible. Okay, now since I've refreshed you on the game, could a sequel happen? On Switch? Probably not at this point. The Switch is in its final year now, and there probably won't be any big games on the console after Pikmin 4. While a sequel on Switch could happen, it's just not likely now. But for Nintendo's next hypothetical console, a sequel could be the perfect launch title for the system, and I can imagine it showing off the capabilities of the console very well. Also, with its pretty big fan base, and also being one of the best-selling 3DS games of all time, a sequel is bound to happen at some point. And even if it would sell poorly, I'll still play it. I played hundreds of hours of the original as a kid, and you bet I'll play hundreds of hours more of it from the sequel. Just please, Nintendo, make a sequel already. Anyway, I got a blast. So, for now, see ya. Thanks for watching.